Aloha Manga Club, the time for another chapter review is finally upon us after myriads of months on end. Let's do this. Today I want to talk about chapter 1304 of Hajime no Ippo, titled Don't Cool Him Down. In chapter 1303, Sendo was fighting it out with the death god himself, and the referee called a stop to the match. Now, there were some theories as to what could have caused this stop in chapter 1303, and a lot of people were noticing that the bandage on his left arm was loose, and they thought that this was potentially going to be the reason. Others thought that Takeshi was just going to be rocked and get absolutely clobbered because he just was going to be unconscious. Well, we open up and it turns out the referee did stop the fight so they could tighten the bandage on this left arm right over here. And everyone's kind of questioning it. It's a lot more obvious when you see it in this chapter, like the bandage is dangling down past his fingertips. Everyone's saying, man, what's going on? Ippo's thinking to himself, they've been taking heavy damage, but Sendo was hitting his peak. No matter how you look at it, why did the ref make the stop? Like, this is only 11 chapters, and Ippo is making me feel some kind of craziness. Like, straight up, Sendo is losing his mind. He's about to fight the referee however he can. But thankfully, they point out that the tape is coming loose. And they say that all the sweat or rinsing water must have made it peel off, and if it's not affixed properly to the glove, it could get into the opponent's eyes and be dangerous. So they have to fix it right away, i.e., the glove being loose is a hazard to the boxers in the ring. And we see that the most helpful second, not senpai, kohai in the world is saying, this is my moment. I know how I'm going to get this. He's sitting there and he's fumbling around trying to get the tape off. He's taking his time and really trying to let Sendo recover his energy. He straight up says, try to recover from the damage, at least a little bit. We need you fresh for the fight. And Sendo is not fighting back against us at all. Now, is this necessarily the greatest strategy in the world for boxing? No. In fact, you could say that there are some parts of this that are underhanded, but it is technically legal to buy time in this sort of way. In fact, it has happened before in the sport overall. But this is not like Sendo. This is incredibly unlike him because, well, how would you know what's really going on? And he's just in there for the fight. At the very bottom of the panel, on page 5, Ippo starts to lean up, and he's looking upset. He's holding his breath, and he just yells, don't stall for time. Sendo is already filed up. Don't you dare cool him down. And everyone who can understand what Ippo's saying, so like 4 total people are like, okay, you're right, buddy. No one else is actually understanding what's going on here. But it was a classic Morikawa 2-page spread. Alfredo kind of looks like, what the fudge is going on? And Sendo's like, all right, we're good. We're fine. We're going to get there. And he looks over at Ippo. Ippo looks at him lovingly, like a boyfriend looks at his other boyfriend, even though Ippo is not feeling that way about Sendo potentially. And Sendo basically gives him that was the right call. Thanks for bringing me into my right mindset. Thank you for pulling me into the fight again. And he talks to the ref and he says, and Sendo says, is this good? The ref says, yeah, we're fine. Let's keep doing this. And Sendo thinks to himself, he's like, I might have gone too easy right there. I've gone soft. What's with that? And you get a spine-tingling 2-page, like, it's a 2-page spread, but it's a 2-page spread in the fact that it takes up 2 pages of Sendo basically saying, but I'm back on full of fire, and he's just screaming. He is roaring. He is howling for the fight to continue because he is pumping himself back up. I mean, it's very rare that we get to see a Morikawa double-page, double spread. It just makes me so excited. And as they make this fight resume, Alfredo Gonzalez thinks to himself, why is he not going down? What is it that is not letting Sendo just drop? And he looks over and he kind of sees Ippo and he thinks to himself, he's already fought that man. Looking at Ippo twice. He's been died in 2 matches worth of those incredible punches. I mean, this is another recognition by Alfredo that Ippo is talented. He is incredible when it comes to punching power, punching ability, punching intelligence. However, Alfredo is different from Ippo. He is different from Sendo. Even though he's very close to Sendo, he says to himself, he's more than used to hits of this caliber already. Which just means I have to hit him with a punch that even those two matches couldn't prepare for. And it ends on that cliffhanger. And we're getting a break next week, and I'm so upset. Because I don't emotionally know how I'm going to be able to prepare for that. Like, how do you prepare for a break in Ippo? Overall, there have been a lot of theories going back and forth with who's going to win the match and how. But I want to give my thoughts. I think, obviously, that Alfredo Gonzalez is going to win the fight against our boy Sendo Takeshi. And there are a few reasons for that. One, I think it gives Sendo and Ippo room to grow. I think it'll solidly establish Alfredo as the next goal for Ippo to really go against. And he'll see that you need to use a combination of intelligence and savagery when it comes to fighting opponents at the world level. And that's important for Ippo to cross the line, to become this monster that we all know that he's capable of being. There's the only advantage to having Sendo win is keeping Ippo in Mexico just a little bit longer, letting him see the training that would go into fighting Ricardo Martinez, the greatest boxer in the world. And I would be incredibly hyped to see that, but I don't feel like that's what George is going for. Over 1,300 chapters, and George still throws us for a loop every now and then. Overall, I'm really excited for chapter 1305, even though it's not going to be for 2 weeks. I may make the weekly read-throughs of Hajime no Ippo a thing again, just to bring you guys along in this journey for the manga that I've been hyping up for literal years. So what did you guys think of this chapter? Let me know in the comments down below. Don't forget to subscribe for more discussions on manga and anime, because you know this is the channel where we talk about all of that. For everyone new and old, welcome and welcome back. It's your boy Lohali, and I'll see you next video.